ready to just have a girl chat video. Let's get this party started. Kind of feel like Pink, but not really. Let's go. See you in a bit. Hey everybody. This is going to be a little bit different. The light is just going to be kind of somewhat natural other than in the room. And this is going to be a vlog. I did this before. I can't remember when. And I sound groggy because I haven't really been speaking this morning. But back to what I want to do. This is going to be like a vlog style crafting video. Today, actually, in the summertime, I get a little more me time. And not a lot of it, but enough of it. So this week, my kids are away at camp for not an entire week, for 5 days. And my husband has some things to do out. And so it means that me and my little buddy, which you saw in the opening clip, we get to craft today. And it won't be all day, I'm sure, but I'll get in like probably about 4 or 5 really good hours of crafting. So I'm going to talk about like what's on my agenda. I have my coffee today. When I decided that I was going to record this way and I did those little clips, I totally should have showed you the pack that I use for my coffee, because I love this coffee, which I get from the a Hong Kong market. It's just so easy. It tastes great every time. Like, it's just the bomb. So anyway, I have so many sewing projects that are in the works that's what I'm going to work on. So I'm going to show you all some of that. And I don't know when this will go up. So you may even see the finished product before you see this. So we're going to just chat. I'm going to craft. It will sound like this. It will look like this. Like my hair is just pulled back in a bun. Like, this is totally me time. And I'm just inviting you in with me. And I kind of wanted to just discuss some things. So just to the logistics. I am in my craft room. After I finish this video, I'm going to be just sitting, listening to my audio Bible. I have been listening to it on Audible because I am mentoring some women through reading the entire Bible in 90 days. And so I'll show you the one I'm doing this time, the Bible experience. And I read, but what I love to do is spend some time just listening to it. I love this version because some of the voices you recognize, and also it's done in more of a theatric type of way. So I actually find myself like hearing different things because I'm hearing it versus reading it. So once we finish, I usually do that for a little while. Then I crank on the tunes. I have a wireless speaker, a Bluetooth speaker that I just love. And so when I'm here, and the two of us are just here, I just crank it up and I can turn on my sewing machine and still hear my music. And so it's awesome. Another thing that I did not show you in the tour is my daughter. You probably saw it on the desk. My daughter purchased me this set for Christmas, I believe, for me to use for running, and it actually really didn't work for me while running, but it's been great while I'm sewing because I'm in an open area. I do not have doors, and so the doors that are actually closed are their doors, but I have no way to fully block myself off. So I have this arm band that's for running, and the headphones that came with it are actually really short as far as the length is concerned, and they're perfect for sewing. And when I'm just crafting in general, because my hands are free, I can listen to my music, put this in, and the sounds of the kids running around, yelling at each other, TVs, all of that don't distract me, because I will start yelling with them and joining in, and then I get nothing done. So, and I'm sorry. Hi. I think I said hello. I hope you are well and now that you're crafting with me, okay? So, what do I have on my plan today? And I'm going to move around. I'm going to go in camera, out of camera, because I'm going to be setting up while I'm talking to you. So, I showed you a while ago, a jelly roll, and it's storming. A jelly roll. And I actually did, once I got the jelly roll because it was from Missouri Star Quilt, and I honestly did not like it. I just didn't like it. I don't know why. But now that I've made projects with it, it's growing on me. But when I purchased it, it was 50% off, and I thought it was a great opportunity for me to get an experience with a jelly roll because I hear about so many projects to do it, and I thought that, there's, to me, jelly rolls are expensive because a lot of times they're like $40 or more. And I'm thinking, how much you could really get for $40 if you go to like Joann's and have coupons, etc. So anyways, I decided to use the jelly rolls to make up several of the projects from the Crafty Gemini Quilt Club. And I think, to me, that's been the best thing because she uses them for different things. So I have, with this one jelly roll, have been able to prep 3 projects, and I still have strips left. So it's been a great thing. And now the colors are like growing on me. So I'm going to show you some of the things that I've done with the jelly rolls. And then I'm going to show you what I'm working on for today. Just a second. I'm going to grab what I have left. And, okay. So, I didn't buy, okay, so here is what I still have left. Rolling on my cords. This is what I still have left of that jelly roll. Now, the one thing I don't like, it has these little like bits, and I think it's from them doing that little jagged cutting that just kind of falls everywhere and makes a mess. But here it is. It's what I have left, and it is called, I think this is it, Lakeside Gathering, Primitive Gathering by Moda. And I still have this because I was keeping this together. So I'm glad I've actually said that aloud so that if I forget, maybe I can go back and look at the footage. And so what I've made so far is a couple of table toppers. And they're actually ready to be sandwiched and quilted. But here's one. Here is another one. It seemed like they came to life once I put them in a project. Like now I like the fabrics. Before I was like, this is so ugly. And I only kept working because I already paid for the fabric. And I thought this will be a great way to test. I'm going to use these hexagon table toppers to practice some free motion quilting because I have some other projects that I'm working on. And I thought this will be a great way to practice and get a project done and just kind of learn some different skills. And with this particular project, the skill that I feel like I most learned was about using the different degree markings on your rulers. This was done with a 60-degree angle so that we could create this hexagon. So that was like really awesome. And so this was done without a pattern, which is, it was an oral pattern and a video pattern, but without, not a paper pattern or a template or anything like that. So that was really cool. Now, the other thing that I'm using these for, the same jelly roll. I have this is where I press. That's the presser board I showed you all before. And now I actually been sewing in this rolling chair, which was my work chair, because I can go from the machine, roll over, press, roll back. It's kind of fun. Okay, so what am I working on? With the same strips, I'm working on a table runner, and I can't. Actually, you know what? While I am talking to you, I'm going to just either snap a picture or record it with my phone. So crafty. Not crafty as in crafty, even though I am. So you will see me showing you. This is the basis for my table runner. And I am going to, and it's with the same fabrics, the same jelly roll, and I have these little, and I need to make 2 of these today. And you see this here. I actually used the scraps from my hexagon to make little pieces from this tumbler that's going to go with this table topper. So when I finish the table topper, I will show you all that. So you're just going to get, it's like a preview. And lastly, I need to make those hexagons into the sandwich. The sandwich is the backing, the batting, the top. And so I realized I bought this, but I didn't buy anything for the back. So I purchased this fabric while it was on sale at Joann's. Plus it was 50% off. Plus I had a 15% off your entire purchase coupon. So I purchased this. And I just bought it because I thought it would kind of go with it. It doesn't fully match, but I really don't care because it's the back and this is meant to be a practice piece. I bought this for a really good price and it loosely matches. I think it's going to match better with the hexagons than with the table runner, but I'm planning to do a scrappy binding and I think it will pull it all together. So you all will see when I see, because I have no idea. You know, I'm still learning this. And so that's what I have today for this vlog. What I kind of want to talk about real quick, you know, we have our oldest. He's about to go off to college, and it's been a really interesting experience. And the experience has been interesting because I think it just makes you, one, realize time passes so fast, but it also helps you to kind of think back on just transitions in life and where you've been in life and where you are, and how you believe, because you know anything could be the truth of, you know, because anyway, how you believe you got there. And so in this video, I really would like you all to kind of consider, because many of you have kind of been talking about me doing more of the vlogs, and I told you I wanted to do more of the inspirational stuff too. And not just to be an inspiration, but to help you all, if I can, to get from where you are to where you want to go. And one of the funniest things is that I've been a person where, just like I like to craft, I've worked in different industries, I've worked with different people, but one of the common threads has always been this idea of how I wanted to live my day-to-day life. And my husband and I we were talking with our son, and we were at the same place at the same time, but we had different understandings as to what was going on at that time and what our individual goals were at that time. And we are just so blessed that we were both going in the same direction, and we had our hearts set and our intentions set in the same direction. Although our individual reasoning and our individual ideas of how to get there varied. And so the reason why I'm saying all this is that many of you have emailed me and asked me questions about, you know, what do you think your biggest hangups were, or what did you have to get over to really do it? And I don't know what the it is, because I think we all are figuring it out. I think there are some people that may be really great at that. Like, I just want to do this one thing in life and that's it. I tried to do that mode, and I'm starting to realize like that's not me at all. And I only tried it because people always say, oh, you should focus on one thing, do that one thing. I think I would lose my mind. I think I really would lose my mind. And maybe because I haven't really tried it, that I don't know, and I could be totally wrong, but because I believe I will lose my mind, that's been enough. But it does not mean I don't have goals, and it does not mean that I don't have a plan in order to achieve those goals. And so I think that's two different things. You know, when I'm crafting, it's not about, I mean, yeah, you have a goal to finish the project, but while I'm doing this, you know, I'm listening to the Bible. I have a couple of speaking engagements coming up, and I'm thinking through my message, and I'm thinking through what I want to share and what I want to impart. And usually that's come after I'm studied. So a lot of things get clarity while I'm just sewing or I'm knitting or whatever I'm doing. And so my crafting is a vehicle for me. Okay. It's a vehicle to get to, what's next either on my plate or what I'm scheming about doing, your ideas. And so I'm saying all of this to say, what do you really want? And how can you best achieve that for you? And I think sometimes we can see these videos and I'm going to say for myself, I can see people and it seems like, oh, they got it all together. And the truth is, you don't know those people. You don't know me. I mean, you do, but you don't know, you don't know me the way I know me. You don't know me the way my husband knows me, if that makes sense. And so what you have to do is figure out how you can do things that work best for you, that gives you the best success according to what you define your success as. And that's the only way it's going to work for you. We can look at other people and take bits and pieces, but I don't think what they did, and if you had that formula to 100%, that it would work for you 100%. I don't think that would happen because they are them and they are wired in a different way. They were raised in a different way. They have different motivations. They have different goals. And even if you knew all of that, I don't think it still would turn out the same because we are all meant to be different. Even twins are different. And so, what do you want and how do you want to get there and what works best for you and what is your why? And we talked about this before. I for a long time thought my why had something to do with, I don't know, career goals for a little while. And now I realize my main why is how I want to live my life and how I want my time dictated. And how if I need to, even in the middle of recording this, if my child called me, I could drop everything, stop, go see what she or he or they need at that moment. And that's important to me. If my husband needs me, I can drop everything and go and see what it is. And that's important to me. And that won't always be true. But for today, at this time, it is. And I love the fact that that's my priority. And everything in my life bends to that priority. It will be molded to that priority. It will be broken according to that priority. And so you got to know your why. And those will change. But you have to know them. This angle is so bad. When I do this, yeah. Yeah, squirrel moment. So know your why. And another thing that I shared with our son is don't be afraid to fail. Even on this channel, I've started stuff, stopped stuff, started stuff, stopped stuff. It can be embarrassing if you let it be. But who cares? I mean, you listen and you learn, and I think you can still get something even if if it doesn't turn out the way they hoped it would. The lessons are in the journey. It's not in always at the end, because usually when we get to that end, what happens is it's not always maybe what we thought. But that's because we're different. We are in a new space and we got to learn that space. And so don't be afraid to fail. And what that also does is it gives you permission to try different things to see what works for you. And even in that whole failure thing, it's not a full, look, I don't know what a partial failure is, but it's really not a full failure if you learn something from it. I mean, there's times when I've gone out and I've done races and I can say, man, I'm not as fast as I really would like to be, or, people running past you. But you know what? I got out there. I set a goal. I got out there. I laced up my shoes. I crossed the starting line. I crossed the finish line. I was in one piece. That is a success. And so, don't be afraid to fail. And with that, know that things change. So know that your goals may change and give yourself There are some things that we got to be rigid about because we know ourselves. There's some things that we know because I am this X, Y, and Z way. This must be this way. The non-negotiables that must be in place for you to function, maybe just at your best, or that allow you to, like me with my family, that make them being settled and where they need to be. I function better. But plans change. I didn't think I would be able to sit and do this today. The time made itself available. Boom, plans change. And that's okay. But I'm telling you that today because you may start off and know your why and give yourself the room to fail. And then something comes up. But that's because we're learning new things. We're adapting as we're reaching those goals. And so even with me and this channel, who would have thought that, I would be doing, I would be quilting. And even some of these projects, I'm like, oh, this is like, I really didn't want to make a table topper. I ain't even gonna lie. I didn't want to make a table runner. I don't want to make household items in that way. I'm not that kind of decorative type of person, as you all can see in my mesh, eclectic style room. But each one of these projects are giving me skills that I want to use for something else that I feel like I really want to do. And so I have to be okay with the process. That's part of the process. And it just so happens I'm learning the process utilizing these little bitty, trinkety kind of things. And each one of them have taught me things, but I'm also using them. So I'm winning. She's winning. She wins. So that's this craft style vlog. You've seen what I'm working on. My sewing machine is set up. I'm about to hit the stop on this so that I can turn on my Bible and listen to my Bible and then crank on some tunes and hopefully get this top for this table runner done today. I'm also hoping to sandwich all 3 of these pieces today. And if I can do all 3 of those, then I will be one happy lady. I also have, and I'll show you this before I sign off because I done gave you the inspiration, girl. Sip your tea. Hold on. Let me get my stuff. I went to my class, and I'll have more about the class. Like, I think I want to just do one video specifically about the class. And we cut out so many pieces of fabric. I learned how to sew curves. How cool is that? And so I have the pieces cut because I have to finish these. I'm doing, I think it's called a drunkard's block. And I also cut out some other pieces for, I think I had a sample paper piece that I did in class. I threw that thing away. It was so messed up and I don't know what I did. I don't know what I did. But anyways, okay, this is kind of like my organizing self, but I have to make 4 blocks that are paper pieced. And so here I have all the little pieces prepared for paper piecing those blocks. And this is going to be our last official class in 2 weeks. And we have a lot to do. She gave us homework. And this is going to be the last thing. And I'll try my best to recap what I said in the other part. Because sometimes, like right now, and I'm just doing this on the fly, kind of. But we have a ton of homework. And what's amazing is I learned about making templates. So I'm going to show you all that. I made templates. This I liked better than this. I don't know. This is a See, this is what's so great about having a crafting room. You just go to stuff and it's there. Well, unless I didn't put it back where I was supposed to put it, which is rare because I like stuff being where I have it. Okay. I thought I kept the little thing, but I guess I threw it away since I used it. But anyways, I showed you all before. I think it's called Mylar No Melt Template. But this is something similar, but it was like clear, which I liked a lot. And I used this in class because I forgot this at home. But when I got home, I needed to make more templates, and I used this. And this I loved because it seems like it's a little sturdier. But the only problem was initially it was hard for me to write the information from the template onto it because it would wipe off. Versus this one, I used my my drawing pens to do this, and it did really well. So anyways, we learned how to make the templates, and so I've made the templates. I will be making a Dresden for the class, and it's just been going great. So this has all been pretty cool. And I have three blocks that have to be done that go inside the sampler. Then I have 4 paper pieces that are going to go out in the corners of the quilt, and along with the border on the outside. And so you are going to see that. And so I have a lot of filler stuff to do, like the setting triangles and the sashing and all of that to do. So I'm just super excited. And then when Joann's has the sale next week, I will be using that to go back and get my backing fabric to some sort of plain backing fabric for it, because I did not purchase backing fabric. I'm learning to really buy my stuff from Joann's when it is on sale. So I have a running list that I plan to do because it's got to get done. So that's it. I hope you have a wonderful day. If you made it this far, you know what to put in the comment section. Let me know you're a rock star. And let me know how you like this vlog / crafting vlog, showing you what I'm working on. What are you working on today? Tell me. You're knitting, crocheting, what do you have going on today? I also, oh Lord, I told you I was storming. I also would like to know, of those 3 things that we talked about, know your why, give yourself permission to fail, and knowing that, things will change. And so give yourself flexibility to make adjustments as you're moving forward. What do you feel is your biggest hang up in reaching your goals? What is your biggest hang up in reaching your goals? And lastly, do you have any questions that I could answer on one of these vlog style, the craft vlogs? I'd love to be able to do this, and that'll maybe give me an additional video during the week, a couple of times a month, especially because I'm already setting up for something else, to work. And now I can do it like this. Well, if it's quiet, of course, but I mean, you all won't care if you see my kids walking across to go to the bathroom or something. And so anyways, I'm about to get to work. So I just left you with 3 questions. What are you working on? What is your biggest obstacle to reaching your goals? And do you have any questions for me for the next craft vlog? Okay. I want you to have a fantastic day. Don't care if your happiness or joy bumps into someone else's grouchiness. I'm giving you permission to do it. Okay. So I will talk with you all hopefully sooner than later. Take care and goodbye.